welcome to Yarn ChickHen, Vlogmas Day 4 with Mrs. T and friends, and I'm Mrs. T. So today, I can't believe it, I've made it to Vlogmas Day 4, and we've had quite a few hiccups. One of the hiccups we've had so far is on our viewing the video on the mobile phone and viewing it on the laptop. The volume seems perfectly fine, but we find when we view it on the television, it's really very quiet. And I probably shouldn't do that, because if people are having trouble hearing us, me saying I'm very quiet isn't going to help if I'm saying it very quietly. Who knows what I'm thinking. Anyway, so we do have 2 microphones, but do you think we know where they are? Of course we don't know where they are. That's why we're not using them. So my first day off is going to be spent trying to remember where we put them. We took them with us to Perth, which was back at the very beginning of September, end of August, and I have no idea where they've gone to. Everything else we had that we took, we found, so who knows. But anyway, let us know if you're having trouble on any of the other devices, or if it's just the television we're having problems with the volume, because we'll work on that. If anything, probably having the microphone right up close here would probably help, because then it's usually a better sound quality when you're right here. Also, it'll distract from any background noise that you might be hearing. I don't think we have much background noise, but we are on a main road, so you might hear sirens and maybe some traffic. I haven't been able to hear, but then I haven't listened to any of this with headphones in. So it could be a possibility to be in the background, but a little bit of feedback on that would be really, really good if you could do that. Also, I've been struggling because I have a traditional job that I am not at home to keep up with the actual however many rows are released every day for the pattern. So I'm still halfway through day 2 of the Knitalong. And last time I said it was Vlogmas, but they're not having a Vlogmas. It's a Knitalong cow for an Advent for them. So theirs is an Advent Knitalong, and I'm doing a Vlogmas. So I need to keep them both separate. I'll just confuse myself. I'll confuse you, and then we'll all be confused, and then that's just not fun. So anyway, so this is as far as I've gotten with my little sweater. There's not going to be any photos today, because really, to be honest, there's not much to see here. So here, I'll get up and show you. How's that, Mr. T?
Just a wee back,
A little bit back?
Yeah.
Can you see it? Do I need to turn to the light?
Okay, that's fine. Yes.
Okay. So that's turning out all right with my whole 2 rows that I did when I was on my break, because that's all I had time to do while I was at work. And I'm just not a knitter for knitting on the way home. I get motion sickness, and reading and knitting is not going to happen. Listening to an audiobook, yes. Knitting and reading, not happening. And I brought Chewbacca home. He comes with me to work because everybody at work quite likes him. I crocheted the Christmas tree hat. It was going to be a Christmas tree about that big, but I got bored and decided to make it a hat for Chewbacca. The pattern's actually Bag-O-Day last year, a Bag-O-Day Christmas tree pattern. I'll have to look it up, hunt it up, and maybe link it if I remember to send it to editor Mr. T so that he can put it in the link. If not, I'm sure maybe if people are interested, they'll remind me, or I'll remind myself when I watch the playback. Also, what was the other thing I wanted to say, Mr. T?
The orangutan you're going to talk
Oh,
about.
yes. And I've got this little felly. Otis the orangutan. I don't really know what other people call him, but this is a book by Carrie. Oh, goodness, I can't think of her surname. She has Toft, and she does She has her own wool yarn line, and it's called Toft. Carrie Lord, pardon me, I knew I'd get the name. Carrie Lord, it's one of her patterns from her book, Edward's Menagerie. I love that book. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. It's looking pretty rough now, but he's one of them. What were you pointing at?
Was that the book there? No.
No,
Oh,
that's not the
okay.
book. But he's just, I love him. I love him. He's made with some loops. But I will say this, the gauge is off because I had such a loose gauge trying to put the loops that he's actually a little bit bigger than he should be and a little bit more holy than he should be. But that's okay, because I think that's what makes him more endearing than anything. I'll get up and give him a little bit closer look so you can see his little...
He's loopy.
Yeah, he's very,
Very
loopy.
loopy.
And I'll just pop him back over here. Hopefully he won't jump down off of there and cause a scene. And so today's, I work 4 10-hour days. So today's my Friday. So tomorrow I'll be spending some time trying to find those microphones. And we'll see what kind of longer episode I can come up with that I'm not rushed and I'm not coming home and trying to film it, so that the editor can get it edited and uploaded in a good amount of time. So I think that's going to be all there is for now, because my cameraman / editor, Mr. T, had his injections for flu and what was the other one?
COVID stuff. Vaccinations.
Anyway, he's had his vaccines done today.
Winter vaccinations,
His
they
winter
call it.
vaccinations, because we are of an age. That's the kind of stuff we need to have done. And especially when you have low immunity. So he's had that done today. So he's ready to go straight to bed. So bless him. This probably will be hardly edited at all. Who knows what I look like, what I've said, what I should have said. I have no idea. And Mr. T, yes?
I have to apologise for yesterday. I couldn't cut your little blooper out. That was funny. Sorry.
You're not sorry.
No, I'm not.
He's so not sorry. He promised he was going to get rid of that. I got a fit of the giggles at the beginning of recording that and couldn't stop laughing. The only thing I can say, give him credit for, is he did cut out the swearing, because I could not stop laughing. And yeah, that's a whole different thing. So at least he cut the swearing out. That was all right. That was a positive. And so that brings us to the end of Vlogmas Day 4. And I'm sure there's something I'm forgetting. And I know when I watch the playback, I'll be like, oh, that's what I was going to say. But tomorrow, because I will have more time, I will sit down and do notes and everything, and I'll go over the knitting needles, the mini knitting needles that I've bought to do mini knitting. That's a tongue twister. Mini knitting. Mini. And I'll go over those and where I bought them, because I did source them in the UK. I did watch a video with Nimble Needles, and Norman had bought some, but he didn't mention any of the shops that were in the UK. So, I thought, ooh, well, I know there's got to be somebody in UK that sells them, and there's 3 shops that sell them. So I will talk about those tomorrow, and I'll show you the needles that I purchased. I've used one set, but I haven't used the other 2 sets. So I'll do quick swatches with all 3 sets tomorrow from the 3 different sellers. And I'll tell you what I think of them, because so far they've been brilliant, the ones that I have used. So that's one of the things I'll talk about tomorrow. And so this time, for real, this is the end. And this is Vlogmas Day 4, 2025. And I will see you tomorrow. And Mr. T may or may not be well enough to speak, but let's hope he's all right. Thank you very much for watching. Bye for now. Bye.